When Daniel told me, "You're just not on my level anymore," I actually laughed. Not because it was funny, but because he said it right after I'd helped him land a promotion. People thought Daniel was brilliant, ambitious, strategic, a rising star. What they didn't know was that for 3 years, I'd been the invisible hand behind his success. Every presentation he gave, every report his managers praised, every clever idea he bragged about at parties. All mine. I stayed up past midnight writing proposals while he played online games in the living room. He called it strategy time. I called it love. I didn't mind back then. I thought we were building a life together. I thought his success was our success. But slowly, things began to change. He started coming home later than usual. Sometimes he avoided my eyes. Other times, he went straight to the shower the moment he walked in. And his clothes smelled like expensive perfume. Not mine. When I asked, he laughed it off. Tight meetings, he said. New clients. New circles. New circles? That phrase stayed with me. Around that time, my best friend Tessa started talking about Daniel differently. She admired him. She'd say things like, "He's so smart." Or, "I don't know how he comes up with those ideas." I smiled. Nodded. Said nothing. She had no idea those ideas came from me. And I never corrected her. Because love makes you generous with your silence. The final straw came on a night I thought was special. Our anniversary. That morning, I stood in front of my closet, unsure of what to wear. So I called Tessa. She paused for a moment, then said, "Go with the red one. It'll make him remember why he fell for you." I smiled when she said that. I wish I hadn't. The restaurant was elegant. Candlelit. Quiet. Daniel barely looked at me. He checked his phone. Tapped the table. Sighed like he was waiting for something to end. Not like someone celebrating love. Like someone irritated. Finally, he leaned back in his chair. "Listen," he said calmly. "You're a sweet girl, but I'm moving in new circles now." I froze. I need a woman who matches my ambition. He said it like I was beneath him. Like I hadn't been quietly carrying him for years. When I opened my mouth to speak, I saw a flicker of guilt cross his face. Just for a second. Then he sighed. "I didn't want you to find out this way." My heart sank. Tessa and I are together. The world stopped. My best friend. The one person I trusted without question. I don't remember standing up. I don't remember walking out. I only remember crying until my chest hurt. Crying until something inside me went quiet. That night, I made a decision. That was the last tear I would ever shed for either of them. In the days that followed, clarity came with the pain. Tessa hadn't just betrayed me. She had believed in him. Truly believed he was exceptional. And Daniel had let her. He had let everyone. I took every skill I'd used to build his fake success. And turned it inward. I quit my remote job. Updated my portfolio. Rewrote my resume. For the first time, I didn't minimize my accomplishments. I applied everywhere. 2 weeks later, I got hired as a strategic operations analyst. At a top tech firm. The work was demanding. The hours were long. But every challenge reminded me of something I'd forgotten. I was never the supporting character. Somewhere in the middle of all that change, I ran into an old classmate. We hadn't spoken in years. We started talking slowly. Naturally. There were no grand gestures. No pressure. Just calm. Respect. And for the first time in a long while, I felt chosen without having to prove myself. 6 months later, everything came full circle. My company acquired another firm. Daniel's company. The day of the merger meeting, I arrived early. Laptop open. Notes prepared. When the door opened, Daniel walked in. He went pale. His eyes widened when he saw me sitting at the head of the conference table. "Meet your new team lead," my boss said proudly. Daniel couldn't speak. And then I noticed her. Tessa. Standing behind him. She'd been hired as his assistant. When her eyes met mine, realization sank in. Slowly. Painfully. I smiled. Professional. Calm. "Welcome aboard," I said. "I'm sure we'll achieve great things, if you can keep up." They both nodded awkwardly. Daniel couldn't look me in the eye. A month later, I heard they broke up. Tessa tried to expose Daniel's lies to HR, hoping to save herself. Instead, he was fired for gross misconduct. She resigned quietly. A few weeks after that, Daniel messaged me. He said he missed our connection. Asked if we could stay friends. I read the message. Then closed the app. Some doors don't need to be slammed. They just stay closed. Me? I got promoted again. Sometimes revenge doesn't need fireworks. Just success. And a front row seat to watch karma do her job. Hey, besties, your support helps us create more amazing stories. Please like and subscribe for more.